Bienvenido, raza, a Puro Potente, where everything we talk about is potente. The past, the present, and the future. Today, one of my PICs is MIA. Johnny, what's going on, brother? We are one short today. Talk to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. I saw the text earlier. Hey, guys, you're gonna have to hold it down porque I'm not gonna be able to make it. But I don't know if we have to go work or what. But I told him, man, I'd be all right, brother. We hold it down, man.
The big dogs are in the house, and it's all good. It's all good. Hey, the show is set. We're gonna talk about what we're gonna talk about. All we have is we have one less voice. That's it. So that means
Yep.
there's more time for you and I to talk to the public and talk and catch up. So Johnny, what's been going on, man, in Victoria, brother? Talk to me.
Uh, got some rain, brother. You know, every time I come on here, it's always raining in Victoria, man. Todo el tiempo.
I told you
Pero
last time it was raining. You should have bought a boat.
instead of a truck.
Yeah.
No, man. No, actually, buddy, just here, man. Man, it's been slow for in the trucking business, bro. It's been real slow,
Of
man. And
course, when it's
uh,
raining, it's like that.
yeah, just here, man. My dad just there taking it day by day with him, taking care of him, and my sister.
That's good.
My sisters and everybody just checking up on him, making sure he's doing good and everything. Pero, just there, man, hanging out, bro. I just been at the house doing things here at the house, man.
Qué
Puro
bueno.
honeybee.
Está bien. Quiero mandarle saludos a mi amigo Jigs Crossing. Saludos, compadre. Hey,
Saludos.
vi que compraste la gorra de Potente y de Tony Tigre.
Ay, no
Johnny,
más.
Johnny quiere la roja también.
I want the red one, la roja. Yeah, that's
Yo
the one I
quiero la
want.
azul. Ya le dije a Mel. Ya le dije a Mel. Hey, guárdame una azul y llévamela llévatela al corral el día 7 de noviembre y ahí le pago por la gorra.
A ver si
Sí, no. Go ahead, Johnny, go ahead.
Well, let's see if he takes mine. A ver si se lleva la mía también, so I can
Pu-
get it that day
Pues
también.
le dije que llevara las dos. Mañana vamos a platicar y voy a hablar con Junior a ver si quiere uno también para decirle a Mel, a ver a cuál quiere Junior o Q, una azul o una roja.
Yeah.
Jigs Crossing, te voy a llevar una playera de nosotros de aquí. Mándame la talla que usas y el día 7 si estás ahí, te la entrego, ¿ok? Pero déjame en los comentarios o envíame un mensaje y dígame qué talla usas para ya ordenarla, porque voy a ordenar unas cuantas. Vamos a tener unas también con el logo ahí esa noche que vamos a estar regalando unos cuantos. Pero mi amigo Jigs Crossing siempre comparta todo el contenido de Potente y pues, la última vez no pudimos tomarnos una foto con él, pero esta vez sí se va a hacer y le quiero entregar una playera por ser un gran
Yeah, I don't know
fanático
if
de
he's into
Potente.
work or what, pero solo me.
¿Qué pasó? I'm hearing a double there, Johnny. We good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah,
Okay, okay. Well,
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, on this episode, vamos a estar hablando del nuevo sencillo, Ojitos Traviesos, y hablando del nuevo video que vamos a estar grabando mañana y la práctica ya, que vamos preparándonos poco a poco para prepararnos para el show del 7 de noviembre en el Corral. Vamos a estar festejando y es el cumpleaños de Q, no está aquí, pero and then a few days later is Johnny's birthday and then later the month is my birthday, so vamos a celebrar todos los cumpleaños de todos nosotros porque ya que todos nosotros tres, el Potente Triangle is from November. So Johnny, let's start with you, my friend. Nos veremos pronto, bro. Yes, nos veremos pronto. Talk to me. Have you had a chance to hear the song on Spotify or Apple Music? What are your
I
thoughts
did.
about it?
I did hear it, man. I did hear it. It brought back a lot of memories from back in the day, man. It just we just did a little tweaking here and there, man. But man, I remember when we recorded that little yellow studio allí por el Chaparral in Corpus Christi, Freddie Records, man. I remember we recorded
A
that song,
long
and
time ago.
man, when I heard the song, man, I was just thinking, God, man, I remember being there all day, all almost all afternoon, man, and te acuerdas, they had that store behind there. Like, we get hungry, we just walk right to the back and go to that store and
Was
get
it
them.
about 3 blocks?
Yeah, about three
At three
blocks down the
blocks?
road right there.
Yep. No, what do you call it? Yeah, it had a lot of memories. Like I said, it's been it's different, the same but different, if you know what that means. I mean, you
Yeah,
get those memories of when we first went in the studio many years ago, and then to be able to be, seasoned musicians playing that song today. I like hearing it, the modern day version, because it just shows how far we've come, from when we first started and first went into the Freddie Records studio. And it's just a lot of more professional version, seasoned musicians is what you hear. So I got a chance to hear it. Rolly says, "Man, it sounds good on Apple Music." I said, "Yeah, I heard it already, fool. I heard it already, fool." He
I haven't
liked
heard
it, and
it.
I said, "Huh?"
I haven't heard it on Apple Music yet, man. I haven't
No,
listened to it on
and
Apple Music.
it sounds good. Like I said, I've heard it on Spotify and Apple, and it sounds really good. We're gonna go ahead and listen to it for those who haven't listened to it. I have it uploaded, so we're gonna just kind of check it out so anybody who's tuning in can hear it. And then if you like it, go on to your favorite digital platform and add it to your playlist. Download it if you'd like. I mean, it's a good song, but let's listen to it. See what you guys think.
¿Dónde andarán aquellos ojitos traviesos, de los cuales muchas veces yo me vi? Yo recuerdo que llorando me decían que serían solamente para mí. Cada vez que yo recuerdo esos ojitos y su boquita la que es igual a miel, me dan ganas de buscarla y de rogarle, si es preciso arrodillarme ante sus pies. Pero luego que recuerdo sus traiciones, de las cuales no olvidaré jamás, con coraje me dedico a las mentiras y con copas voy a tratar de olvidar. Tomo y tomo hasta sentirme embriagado y no logro separarte de mi mente, pero seguiré tratando de olvidarte y borrarte de mi mente para siempre. Qué terrible es amar sin
Bueno, ahí quedó el nuevo sencillo de Potente, Ojitos Traviesos 25. Le ponemos 25 en todas las canciones porque todas son grabadas de nuevo. Fueron canciones que grabamos en aquellos años y para distinguir la diferencia le ponemos 25 para que sepan que salió este año, el 25. Let's see what we got here, Johnny. Says, Julia Rivas says, nice song. Thank you. We appreciate.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Julia, for tuning
Thank you.
in.
Appreciate it.
¿Qué dice mi
Yeah.
amigo Jix Cross y Potente Extremo? Gracias, mi amigo. Muchísimas gracias por
Gracias,
sintonizar
bro.
el
Thank you.
programa y por ser un gran fanático de Potente. Se lo agradecemos. Well, Johnny, like I said, we're going to be shooting a video. I don't know, man. Daniel was trying to. He said he got your message, and I messaged him too. Inez hadn't gotten back with him, so I was like, man, dude, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen, Johnny, but we'll see how it all shakes out. It's gonna be a long day, brother, but I think it's gonna be
Yeah.
another exciting video shoot. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, it don't matter to me, man. I mean, that's why I said, man. I texted him and I called him, but I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I just didn't want to haul around it extra
I know.
stuff, when because
I hear
we're
you.
planning with the family, spending the weekend in Corpus and todo, and be out there. Pero it is what it is. If I have to take them, man, I'll go ahead and dig them out in the morning, and get them out and put them in the truck and
Did you?
take
Hey,
off.
did I show you my bajo? I sent you the picture of the new black strings.
No,
Would you,
no,
you don't pay attention to the group message?
I never got a message. I didn't see a message.
Yeah,
Um,
yes, I took a picture last night because what do you call it? Good evening to Rosemary Davila Garcia. Thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Also to my friend Richard Pettis. Thank you for the logo with the fire, brother. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the message. When you do that, man, it means a lot. Hey, you were one of us at one time, and I know that you continue watching what we do and support us, and we support you as well, brother. Thank you so much for all the love and everything that you do. Like I said, all those logos that you send me, I really appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much. Nombre,
I see it
we're
now.
going.
I see
Go
it
ahead.
now. I saw
You
it.
see it now? Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Uh huh.
I like it, bro.
Hey, I put on the new ones straight. The go all with the ball, right? The ball in,
Uh-huh.
and that puente no está hecho para eso. Le dije, no, hombre, Jose, you let me down, brother. So I put them all in there. So you know what? They're gonna go ahead and stretch in there. Some of them did, some of them didn't. Le dije, no, hombre, ya valió madre. Boom. So I pulled them out. And I finally got them all out, and I said, "I'm gonna put the black ones because I had a pair of black ones over the bridge ones, the only ones I had left."
Yeah.
And I looked at them and said, "No, hombre, como que voy empezando poniendo los dos primeros y los dos, los número unos o los cinco." Dije, "No, hombre, se va a ver bruto para el video. Las micas negras, las cuerdas negras." Dije,
I,
"No, hombre, vato."
I was just gonna tell you that, man. They match the Mikas, man. It's gonna look
Yes, y
badass.
luego la
Yeah, yeah.
pastilla negra también. No, hombre, está bruto, eh.
Well, yeah.
Pa'l-
Nomás,
and then
nomás falta, nomás
go ahead,
falta
go ahead.
el pick negro, nomás. Es todo.
No, no, no. Ese es el potente. Hey, man, I gotta get ready. I gotta get some new ones. I have a bunch of them, but I'm gonna give those to the people. I'm gonna take them and
Yeah,
les voy a regalar como souvenirs al público because I want one with
yeah.
the new group on them.
The
Anyway,
new group
yeah. Well, Junior's gonna be playing with the other accordion way. He's gonna be playing with mine.
with the brown one.
Yes, because he recorded it with that one. Remember?
Oh, that's right. That's
Esa no
right.
está grabada con la acordeón negra.
Oh,
Es
okay,
acordeón sol.
okay,
Well,
okay.
it's a good thing he hasn't bought the mic yet, so or you got to buy one and install it because we're gonna start
Yeah,
playing that one.
yeah. We're gonna
And we
start
need we
playing.
need that one.
Yeah.
But at least
No,
for
I
the
mean,
video, se va a ver bruto.
it's gonna be badass, man. Cause that's a nice accordion too, man. That's a nice
Yeah,
accordion.
well, hey, it's a wood color. The Bajo's wood color, so I think it's gonna
Yeah.
be good, man. Daniel's got some good ideas. I don't know exactly where they're gonna be, but I mean, just a little bit that he told me a couple of days ago when we were over there practicing for Pecado. He told me what his ideas and like, man, they're always even on simple videos they got great ideas. So I'm looking
Well,
forward to doing that. So and rounding this year out, Johnny, this is gonna be our last single for this year. I mean, what do you feel about what we've done, what Potentes accomplished through this year?
I think we've accomplished a lot, man, this year. It's gone real good, man. And I mean, as far as releasing music, uh, getting down, getting down to Monterrey and doing our show and getting accepted up there. I mean, being gone 20 something years plus, and going over there and killing it, man. And the people, just receiving it like if it was just yesterday that we played, man. And it was, to me, man, that right there, man. That just surprised me because at the same time, Anthony, I was nervous about going over there. I was like, man, are they gonna receive us? Because Mexico, dude, they're weird. It's not a weird market. It's just you got to go up there with your A game, bro. And so, you're gonna be one and done, bro, and you might not ever
No,
go back.
no shit. It's good that you're talking about that because that we're gonna be watching Me Haces Quererte Más. I want to take a
Yeah,
look back before we talk about going forward, and I'm glad that you bring that up. No, I mean it's funny because I was sitting there talking with Daniel at the Pecado practice, and I said it's funny what 1 year can do
yeah,
because I remember sitting at his table last year, probably July, August, in July, a little over a year. And I remember telling him, I said, "Man, what are your plans for Pecado?" You know what I mean? Because I didn't see us playing very much longer. And it's funny. It seems like it's ridiculous to say that now,
yeah,
but just a little over a year ago, that's where my mind was. I was like, you know what? I hate it where Ali was. Yes, he could play. Sometimes he couldn't play, and I was having to play the bass. And that inconsistency. I'm too old to be dealing with those inconsistencies. You know what I mean? And I think
yeah.
we all are.
Yeah,
Great
it
news
was
song,
different. It was different, bro. Like when I mean, I love when Ali was up there, man. I loved it, man. We put on a badass
of
show and everything.
course.
But it was,
The
but
chemistry.
it was different when Ali couldn't make it
Thank
and
you,
you would
D.
jump to the bass, and and not to say Izzy was on bajo. Not to say the guy was badass, but
No,
it
no.
wasn't the show and the sound wasn't the same, bro. From you going from the bajo to the bass, man. It wasn't. It just wasn't. It just, to me, the show and part of the sound just didn't. It was
Like I said,
different for me.
the inconsistencies was weighs on me. So when you're like that, you're like thinking, man, you know what? That's why I told Daniel. Said, you know what? What's Pecado doing? Because I can help round that out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And whereas over here, I can only do so much. You can only do
yeah,
so much. Junior can only do so much, and that's because you got three of the four pieces. But that one piece, that's there and then it's not there. You
yeah,
can't build. You can't build any chemistry. You can't build any consistency.
yeah,
There's all it's the inconsistency, and that's what was getting me. So now that when Daniel says, "Well, that's what you want, I'll play bass." I said, "Well, that's good." And he says, "Man, I remember him saying this. Man, I see Potente coming back, making a comeback." I said, "Well, right now, I don't really care about that. Just playing. You know what I mean? Just
yeah, yeah,
actually know what we're gonna be able to do and what it's gonna sound like every time that we get on stage. You know what I mean?" And that's what we got. Now we're gonna take a look back here of this the performance of Yas Quererte Más, so you can see, unfortunately, that one because of lack of passports, Johnny. I had to be playing the bass. Hey, even though we had the band,
Hey,
but
hey,
go
I'm gonna
ahead.
say expensive passports.
Oh, it's not. No, 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 no. What did you? We'll let Daniel say that one another day.
Yeah,
No, but
yeah,
that's true because you know you have that. And I mean, I remember, me acuerdo el año pasado en agosto cuando fui para Houston y ya estaba yo in Dayton and then they told me, ¿sabes qué? Se va a cancelar la entrevista. Empezó con eso y luego aquel neto me dice, no, no toquen la nueva canción de Hombre Muerto. No, porque la raza no lo va a apoyar. Say, what, man? With badass video ain't gonna do that shit. And then remember, there Dave's whatever, the GM or whatever. Then they what do you call it? Canceled that gig. I'm like,
hmm
dude, it was low, bro. And then in
and
December, remember?
and then we're not even gonna talk about Alice, Texas, huh?
So I'm heading right there. And then in December, shortly after, get out of here. I said, "What are you kidding me, bro? I mean, can't. Do you know what? I can only think that was the calm before the storm, or I don't know how you want to refer to it, but dude, that was the low spot. I mean, dude, if that didn't break us, I mean, I remember Annabelle saying, "Take a hint. God don't want you to play. It ain't.
Yeah.
I don't know why y'all don't give up this dream of going to Mexico. You
Yes,
know,
sir. Yeah. I remember you were telling me, as you said, just man, just take it. God don't want y'all to go.
yeah,
Don't they? He doesn't want y'all to go over there. And yeah, and I had told you too. Ask Anthony next time they call and they say,
yeah,
I had, I had told you, man, whatever, man, it's whatever. I'm not
of
gonna get
course.
excited over it.
It's tough to keep that faith and that faith when everything is just going. And I remember Junior and I, Q and I, talking in the room on the 4th of July, a couple hours before the show, and I'm telling him, you know what, I'm thinking about this, and I'm thinking to myself, well, I was looking at it like God doesn't want us to come. You know what I mean? All the obstacles He threw in our path to prevent us from going over there. And now that I look at it, I said, I think it wasn't that He was trying to block us from going over there. I think He was trying to save us to make sure that we were ready when we got there.
It,
Because even though
it,
I was playing the bass, I told you, as long as I had enough confidence in me, you, and Junior, that if we were together, it didn't matter if I played bass or bajo, we were going to do good. You know what I mean?
it was just timing, bro. I think that's
Yeah,
what it was. It was he wanted to make sure we were prepared. I think,
yes,
well prepared and ready to go. And I think we did it, man. I mean, we went up there, and yeah, we were nervous. I was, but I
of
knew,
course.
having, like you said, me, you, and Junior back there, Q, we we pulled it out, man. And gracias a Dios, man, we did
I
it.
remember telling Daniel that Saturday before, when I knew he wasn't going to be able to go, I told him, I said, "Don't worry about it. I know you want to go, but it's okay. So you know
Yeah,
what? We're going to go take care of business, and then we'll look good, and we'll be just okay, you know, and then we'll be sensational in the next one when we go." And
yeah.
here we are, a month and a half out, maybe a month and a half, maybe not even a month and a half from the show, and it's here, and it's upon us. And I try to tell this because I try to tell it to Neto and other people who I speak to over there. You can't understand. You can't understand the difference. You got to see it, and trust me, you're gonna see it, and you're gonna feel it. I said, you don't believe me, le digo, si no me crees, le dije, habla con Johnny. Johnny te va a decir, es completamente
Yeah.
diferente. I mean, soy el mismo, pero cuando toco el bajo, me queda, Blanca Ser, eso es para ti, es lo tuyo. And I said, no es el instrumento, si más es la energía que puedo, ah, que puedo invertir. What is playing with your
Mhm.
and anyway, what do you call it? I can bring up more energy, and then that in turn brings you guys more energy. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden, it's just a electric atmosphere that you're seeing, and it all spawns from what I do. And when I play the bass, I can't get that energy that high, and we all suffer because of it, because you guys are already used to it. Daniel says, you may be crazy, people may laugh, but when you come out dressed like that, you do all that dance, it gets everybody pumped up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and it was weird. Things happen for a reason. That Danielle couldn't go, but because you had a show already, you had a show prepared for that day.
Yes,
When you on Bajo,
of course.
thinking that Daniel was going to go with us, so you had wardrobes that you were going to change into. We were going to do a song, and you were going to go change into another wardrobe and everything. But unfortunately, because of what happened with not being able to get the passport, or all
It all
changed from
changes,
one day to another.
and I mean,
And so we had to go
mentally that throws you off.
plan B. Yeah,
You know,
plan
it
B.
throws you off mentally, and it's hard. I don't care how professional you are, it's hard to come back from that. And I think that's what people don't see, but we're gonna rectify that. Quiera Dios primero. Everything, because
Yeah, yeah,
there's, yeah, we put on the show, but there's so many factors that go into putting on a great show, and some of that doesn't fall on us. The equipment, the
yeah,
mics, you know what I mean, the lights, everything. Yeah, and you laughed.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
It's true.
no, because I saw what happened with the mic
Hmm.
situation and everything. It's just, it was I mean, for them to they didn't have to overreact like that, but it happens, bro. It happens, and it just, it changed. Another thing I'm gonna say, when they put you on microphone, that changed everything, bro, right
Oh
there,
yeah.
because you couldn't do what you wanted to do, move around, and the way you had planned what you wanted to do, and you couldn't do it no more because you had to stand still.
Annabelle said I could feel the energy being sucked out of you when they put that mic there, and that's because she's seen it. Because she knows me, I require to be moving and be moving, even if I'm not really jumping or nothing. But just when I start feeling my energy, drop a little bit, I start moving over here, and then the blood starts pumping up, and
Yeah,
there you go. So I feel that the dips, and it's normal within a set. Your
yeah,
energy dips and then raises, though, according to what song you're playing.
yeah,
But I try to counter that when I feel like things are going down, move to somewhere else, be a little more animated to bring out the energy. But when
yeah.
you're stationary, it's very difficult to do. So
Yeah, that I could tell. I saw when they put the mic up there. I saw, man, that you weren't too happy about that. But it had to be done, so you can continue the show. But I saw, man, that it changed you, bro, because I know you're used to moving
oh yeah.
around. You move, you're gonna be walking from one end to another, or when to move,
Hey,
when not to move, or where to
yes,
stay,
hey,
where to
that's
stand.
why I went and bought that that mic that all of them have. I said, no, I ain't gonna be telling you, no, que no, el tuyo no, es que está barato. No. This is the one that everybody uses, the $700 one that everybody
Yeah,
uses. I said, so don't be telling me that
yeah,
mine ain't working. No, that's it. So that ain't gonna
yeah.
be an excuse for them. So but
So
go ahead.
is Q gonna take? Is he gonna take that same one,
No, I
or
think we're
what's he
gonna
gonna
take the
use?
shares, and I'm gonna have him use
What's
the
yours?
the newer one that I had bought. Because and then
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
use the new one that I bought. Those should be esos deben ser suficientes.
Yeah,
I mean, you're talking about some
yeah.
quality. Didn't just in those two mics. I mean, hay un buen billete gastado ahí, no te creas.
Oh, yeah,
Well, Johnny, let's take a look.
yeah.
Let's
But
take a
no,
look at Mias Más so we can remember that night a little bit, and as we approach the next one.
está
Okay.
bueno, está bueno.
and gentlemen, tune in Friday nights at 8 to the Puro Potente podcast on Tejano TV. You can view it by clicking the live podcast link in the Tejano TV app on Roku TV, on your cell phones, or on the Mas Chingon website. Don't miss an episode. Friday nights at 8. We'll see you in the Potente Studio. Well, that was taking us back to the 4th of July. That was the show we were talking about. You know what I mean? Everybody was nervous, but it didn't sound too bad, did it, Johnny?
No, it didn't sound bad at all, man. Actually, it sounded good, man. Practice makes perfect, bro, and we practice hard, for that show
Well,
right there. What do we do? Like 4 or 5 practices,
yeah, well,
and
this one needs to be better.
yeah, yeah,
It needs to be better.
yeah. But
Go ahead.
yeah, I'm excited for tomorrow, man. I'm
Me
excited for
too.
tomorrow and see about the songs. The only one to me, man, is shaky, man. Is Entre Sábanas Blancas, bro.
Why? Tell me
Gonna
why.
be shaky for
Why?
me. I, dude, I ain't played that song in a long time, bro. It's been a
Don't
long,
worry.
long
I told
time.
you,
I ain't
make
played
your
that.
own parts.
It,
Don't worry, Junior. I
heard that
told
song.
Junior to go back the original way. He's okay. He says, yeah. So
Yeah,
it's gonna be
yeah,
good. Don't worry about it. It's not.
yeah.
You just make it yours. That's what we need to do, and I think we'll be fine.
I listened to it. I listened to it this morning after I dropped the kids off at school. I came home, man, and started practicing, and then I listened to it, and I said, "Oh, wait a minute," because I was listening to it the way you said it to
Yeah.
me. I said, "Wait a minute, man." He said, "We're gonna go back to the original way."
Listen
So,
to it.
man, I went back to. I said, "Man, different, bro,
No, no. I mean,
different,
well,
man."
I
It
mean,
was, it was,
no. I mean, the key change is the same, because we can't because of
yeah,
the thing,
yeah,
the B flat when he does a he has to because
yeah,
to do that riff. Pero as far as that
yeah,
middle music, he's gonna go dun dun
yeah.
dun
That's
dun 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 dun. Le
yeah.
saca la música normal.
Because I was already practicing the
Yeah,
music the way you had sent it
yeah.
to me. So then, when I was doing, I caught myself. I was like, wait a minute, man. He told me he just told me yesterday, or that we were gonna play the way the original, the way
It was gonna
recorded
be
it.
a little bit different, but like I said, if he hasn't gotten it by now, I said, you know what, just play it like that, the regular way. You know, I'm excited about it because the junior sounded like he was pretty confident about it, and when he sounds confident, that's good. It means he's been practicing. So I'm excited about hearing the whole band and doing the whole thing together, and then of course getting it to Javier. That's what I was looking at it that when we were watching Me Scared de Temas there. I was watching him and said, "Man, how good he looked." And I mean, if we were nervous, imagine him. You know what I mean?
That I saw how he was like walking on stage, moving from one end, going to the middle, and then he walked on
And
the
that
other
was
end.
the
That
fourth
was
song. So I mean,
that was
he got rid of the
yeah,
nerves. He shake the nerves quickly. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah. But no, he did a good job,
yes,
man.
and
Did a good job.
he'll do even better this time, because he's gonna be that much more comfortable. I heard him I talked with him several days back, and he says, "No, pues las últimas dos casi son las mismas, o ya más o menos las sé." Me dice, son los primeros dos, the two blocks, que pues, they're different. You know what I mean? The songs. So I
Yeah,
said, no, but
yeah.
I mean, you'll get those. Like I said, that's the same thing. I don't really practice those second blocks much because I mean that's what we do already.
On the Yo te iba a preguntar the other day, but I
Yeah.
forgot. On that second block, when we got those three songs
Uh
together,
huh.
are you gonna vas a tocar it just like
Just
that,
like
or are
that.
you gonna play the whole
Nope. Just
song?
like that.
You're not gonna.
Nope.
Okay.
That's why. That because the
I thought you had cut it like
no,
short just so you wouldn't.
the idea was to be able to play another song. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so they're shorter, but you get to play the song. Does that make sense? So people get to hear the
Yeah,
song
yeah,
instead of playing because basically Mi Jacalito and Qué Bonito es Tu Amor, I mean those two songs are the time frame of one or almost
yeah,
one, you know what I mean? So,
yeah,
but you get
yeah,
to hear two of them instead of just one. So that was the
yeah,
idea of that one, and I think we're gonna keep that. So the less popular songs, we'll put them in that block two, and we'll cut them short
yeah,
so that we can be able to play more songs and within the time frame that we're allowed.
I I like the
Yeah,
transitions
that's a good
that y'all
block,
came up with.
and the energy
I
obviously
like it.
comes
I like it.
down a bit, and that's fine because
Yeah,
their songs son canciones
yeah,
que la gente se va a acordar de ellos. Because acuérdate, alguien me pidió mi jacalito. Qué bonito estamos. I like to play
yeah.
them together because they were on the same CD. You know, they're in the same key, so I like playing them together. And then I wanted Arrepiéntate because well, we really didn't get to play that much of that song. You know what I mean? So basically, let's just
Yeah.
cut it in half, put all the short songs in block two, and then we get back to business on block three. You know what I mean?
I want to see. I want to see. I want to see how the people going to react with uh, Mi Motivo, man.
Well, like I said, I think it'll be okay. It's a low, but it's
Yeah.
stuck between two very good, very good hits. De Subida Mire and No Me Hagas Esperar. Those are two good hits over there. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So it's stuck
Yeah.
in between there. So even if, and then of course, if I can move those alambres en el corral, si los puedo mover un poquito, I'll do my stair routine at the beginning, and I'm moving back and forth. So even if it's not popular, you know, you got this clown moving back and forth. So at least he's entertaining you until you get to No Me Hagas
No,
Esperar. So
nomás no te caigas down the
hey,
stairs and
leave me down there. No, no, no vayan a levantarme como le levantaron el Tigres del Norte. No, 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 déjenme ahí.
el Tigres del
Yo me
Norte.
levanto solo. No me tienen que ir a levantar. Le dije a Neto, hey, si por una razón me
Hey, but
tropiezo, déjame ahí.
that's gonna be, dude. That's gonna that them damn stairs. That's gonna be a far drop,
It
bro.
is, I know.
That's gonna be a steep drop right
No, no,
there.
hey,
When,
por eso decidí quitarme el bajo. I'm gonna take the
yeah,
bajo off
hombre.
in the middle of the subida mire, and I'm gonna put it back on in the
Okay,
middle of mi motivo. So you know when
okay.
Junior's playing the music, that's when I take it off and this is where I made. And then when he plays the music in mi motivo, ahí es donde me lo voy a poner to have it on for the cumbia. So I have it thought out. I think it's gonna be a quiera Dios. I mean, Oro does great. Congratulations to them and their performance that they had at the
Yeah,
arena. Well, what was it the other day? I mean, they had a phenomenal showing. And if they pack the house anything like that, November 7th, we should be the beneficiaries, you know, to be able to play in front of a crowd like that, and hopefully that some of their fans will, you know, will enjoy our show. That's going to be the important thing, you know what I mean? And
hmm,
I think it can work out for everybody, you know, where everybody, where the Tejano music fans are the winners. You know what I'm saying? Well, Johnny, let's
yeah.
we're wrapping it up towards the end of the Potente. So have you heard any news in the Tejano industry that you'd like to share?
I'm pretty sure everybody has heard what yesterday what
Well,
popped up on
then
the
tell
felines
the
yesterday.
viewers, dile a los espectadores
Well,
qué
my
oíste y qué opinas.
no, I'm just I just with I've seen that Los Chamacos. I've seen Chato Roel and Hector Tejas, bro. They get together. Three originals, man. Of back in the day with Jaime Los
Hold on.
Chamacos,
I read a
and
comment. I don't know who said. I can't remember who said it, but it said those aren't the originals.
you know, for to me, if you played 20 something years, 20, uh, okay, those aren't the originals, but those are the guys that made a lot
Well,
of the
no, see,
music
if you read the
from years
flyer,
ago.
if you read the flyer, they I don't know if they said it was the originals, but what they I know I read this because I didn't read it all. Oh, three of the guys when they were most popular. Now that is a fact.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
originals is not. That's
yeah,
why I wouldn't put it the originals. But because remember
yeah,
when I talk about Potente and we're going back, I've went and saw it. I don't know what interview or something that I said it on. I said the three originals that first walked into Freddie Records. I said that I want to say it. I said it
yeah,
on Tejano Day.
yeah.
I said because it ain't the
You said it on
originals.
the
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? But it's the three originals that
Hmm.
walked into Freddie Records in 1995. It was. I said now that's a fact.
Yeah,
See, so
yeah,
when I read that post
yeah,
to the chamacos and it said, you know, three of the members of the group when they were most popular. That is a fact.
That's
Yes.
yeah, yeah, and I mean, when I read it, I was like, "Hey, watch your love." I said, "Badass,
No,
man."
it's good.
I mean, it ain't none of my business, but I don't know what happened with the drummer they had just got that to replace Ruben. I don't know what call, what happened there, or what made that call, but maybe they're trying something different, and I mean, I wish him the best, man. It might be a good thing, might be a bad thing, but I wish him the best. I'm like I've always said, man, I'm friends with all of them, and haven't talked to him in a while, but I just want to wish him the best, man, and hope everything works out for them. And it looks like Royal, I guess he's coming back, man. También,
I
and
know. I know.
see how
We
it
had
goes.
talked about it. I've talked with him before about it, and I know he'd wanted to, get out for some time. Unfortunately, that's not something I don't think he can do. Not if you want the band to, uh, not if you want the band to
Yeah,
be there, because he's just as important as Chato. You know what I mean? Even though, yeah, he's not the
yeah,
original, but what he says, he is from the band when it's most popular, and
yeah,
people know that. You can, and not that Ted is bad or nothing. Ted ain't bad. Ted's good. I mean, I thought Ted brought energy for them. You know what I mean? Saying that,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you told me that Ted was playing with Lucky Joe. Well, maybe he get in with Lucky Joe. I mean, he don't got a job no
Well,
more. I don't know.
um, I, I mean, he's playing tonight. I mean, I've seen because he's here in Victoria. Lucky Joe's here in
Yeah,
Victoria tonight, and we've seen that he's playing tonight. So I don't know what's going on there. But I mean, I wish him the best, man. I hope everything and it looks like it's gonna be good because they just posted maybe 2 hours ago. They got booking. They're fixing to go to Florida. They're up going to Florida. They just got booked to go to Florida. So and they put their schedule up, and man, it looks like they're going to be busy, man, for the next month and a half,
that's
man.
good. Like I said,
So maybe it's a good move, man. Hopefully it is. Hopefully it is. Because Chamacos need that little stride, man. Little push to get back on the map, man. Because for a while there, it's a little downfall, but I think, and in my opinion, I think it's a good move, and I think it's even a better move that Royale's back. That Royale
I
came
think
back. I
that's more
think.
important to me. But in
I
my
think. I
opinion,
mean, because at least you got Royale. At least you got Royale there. With it's not just
yeah,
Chato. You got Royale and Chato. So you got two other guys. Well, now three would make it with
I,
Hector.
I
You know, but
I'm curious to know
I think
if they could, if Royal could do it again, would he get out or would he stay in there? Because I told him, I said, you can't get out. You can't. I told him, I said, you
no,
can't get out. I told him straight up. I said,
yeah.
you get out, you're gonna lose too much ground. You're gonna lose way too much ground.
To me, bro, what do I always say? When Johnny got out of Palominos, what I
Yeah,
say? It's that
yeah.
image, bro. And Royale's the image,
Hmm.
man,
Of
for
course.
Chamacos. He's an
Well,
image. He's an image
when
for
Jaime
Chamacos.
got out, I mean, him and Chato had to carry. They
Yeah,
become the faces of the group.
yeah. Yeah, that was the
Of
image, bro.
course.
Jaime and Chato side by side, And when Jaime got out, man, it was just pretty much just Chato and Royale. And then when Royale left, it was just Chato, and it didn't look the
It's not.
same, bro. But if Chato, when you got Royale and Chato on the same stage, bro, that image,
And
it's there. That
and I hope it
my
works out for them. Like I said, they're trying to, same thing. It's the '90s,
mhm.
very much like what we're
Yeah,
doing. The '90s,
yeah,
trying
yeah,
to capitalize on this resurgence of people, fans, wanting to gravitate back to the bands of the '90s. They're also in a unique position to do that. But I was talking with Rolly the other day, or yesterday, as a matter of fact, and we were talking about the numbers and Spotify numbers on Apple, and Spotify numbers and the numbers on Apple and whatever, and the cities for the first day and everything. And I was telling him about somebody who liked. They commented on the link that I shared, and they said, "I like the song. I really like the background." I said that funny background. I said he didn't say the funny background, but the background. And I told Rolly, I said, "Te guste o no te guste, es una imagen. It's an image. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Not everybody's gonna like it." I said one of the things that I liked about Signal. when they first started, when Joey James he got in there, they started doing what they do today. You know what I mean? The birth of that made of the rockteño. You know what I mean? Uh, they I like their image. I've always loved it. As I love the
Yeah.
way they dress, the way their stage presence is. Yeah, it's influenced a lot by rock and roll, obviously. You know, that
Mhm.
that Bajo player over there. He's all he. You remember in the days, he always wanted to be spitting fire out his mouth and things like that nature. He
Yeah.
took it over there and he lived his dream. And but I like what they do. I like their
Yeah.
image, and there's some people that badmouth them. Now I'm not putting makeup on Johnny. Well, I mean not like makeup like they do. I'm a little older, so I'll put on some base.
Not even, not even
Nah,
eyeliner, bro. Not
that
even eyeliner.
eyeliner, yeah,
No?
that's crossing the line right there, bud. Hey, that's where we draw the line.
Well, at least
Oh
lipstick in there,
no,
bro.
no,
Put the
no.
lipstick on
Hey,
there.
but I'll put on some makeup, some some foundation to cover some of the the
Yeah.
spots and some of
Yeah.
the wrinkles. That's normal. You know what I mean? Yeah, when you start
Yeah.
pintándote las cejas y la chingada, ya valió madre, güey. Hey, but you know what?
Yeah.
To each his own. If they like it, but some people accept it, others don't. But you can't say that they don't have an image. And that's what I liked
Oh.
about it. And I told Rolly, I
Yeah.
said, Te gusta o no te gusta, our image is our image. I told him, I said, Johnny, he went and bought an MTV t-shirt for the show, baby. I said, oh, yeah. He going to be sporting it November 7th, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'm pumped, dude. Like I said, man, I bought the wardrobe. Well, you saw
Oh,
already. You
yeah. I
saw the
told him, I
pants
said,
that I bought
oh,
and everything,
Johnny
getting
got it
ready.
down, boy.
And
Johnny going to put me to shame now.
yeah, I'm gonna go buy me. I'm gonna go buy me a jacket with a little hanging string,
Yeah,
see,
yeah, 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 yeah,
like the
yeah.
terrible.
Hey, who? Tell me who wore that back in the day. No, but we have an image, and the pantallas are going to show that our backgrounds. I choose always out the new picture I just put out. I just downloaded a while ago. It's 90s background, 80s background. Its uniqueness is one of a kind. Don't change. Laugh out loud. Rosemary Davila Garcia. Right here. Y'all's uniqueness is one of a kind. Don't change. Laugh out loud. I ain't. Trust me. I'm me voy a morir with that. With that. But you know, it's our time. It's when we were young, and what way people used to dress and stuff like that. So, although to some it may be funny, but to others it
Yeah,
reminds people. But it's an image, and that's the most important thing. I told Rolly yesterday. I said you got a lot of bands that are pretty good. You know what I mean? But they lack image.
yeah,
And music, when you're gonna perform, you're judged all the way around. Everything, not just your music. I don't care how good of a musician you are. When you get on stage, you present yourself. You have to have an image. What is your image? You know what I mean? I said it on
yeah,
bumpers, and I'll double down again, and I'll say it every single time. So you know what? What is your image? Ranchero? Ranchero going to work? You know what I mean? Come up with an image.
yeah,
It doesn't matter. Yeah, well,
yeah,
people ain't gonna laugh at you because you're wearing the hat, this and that. It's normal, cowboy or whatever vaquero look.
yeah.
And I'm not knocking it, man. We dressed like that before.
Like, like I was watching a band that played over the weekend. I had Hanky Panky Kennedy. Did you see
I
that?
didn't.
That
I
band
did
that
not.
played? El, I've watched them before. I've watched them before, and the guy's image, the
Yeah.
accordion player, está cabrón, man. They're a norteño band. Usa that sombrero, big old sombrero like that, dude.
Gimmick,
And
baby.
every time he plays, he has that big sombrero
But
on, man, and it looks
what are we doing right
badass,
now?
dude. You know, but
We're
that's his image.
talking about
That
the guy. You know what I mean? And
yeah, yeah, that's his
that's it
image.
exactly. And
Yeah,
Neto he tells me, ustedes están tratando de hacer lo que hicieron los García Brothers hace 20, 25 años para atrás. I said, yeah, I
mhm,
frequently use them as the example. He said
yeah,
that the dad of theirs would tell him, mijo, si nomás tocamos, la gente, we sound like a bunch of other groups. People won't give us a
yeah,
chance. They won't listen to us. They won't turn ahead because we sound like 100 different groups. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. They sound
yeah,
conjuntos. Conjuntos are very. It sounds a lot of conjuntos sound the same. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But when we dress like this, he said, people look at us. Now they give us a chance
yeah,
to they gives us a chance to entertain them, for them to listen to us, and maybe listen to one of our songs and look at what it did for
and
them.
that's like Eddie. Eddie used to play with the
Yes,
Garcia brothers, and look, he took that image, but he
a different
different,
image, but
different
no,
style,
the
but it's working for
ideology, the
him.
idea of it,
Yeah,
he did it. Now he's all
and
sequencing glam.
yeah,
That's his look. Yes,
hmm,
and look at what it's
yeah,
done for him,
yeah,
because
yeah. It's
it's
worked.
unique,
It's
bro. I
worked
mean,
for him.
nobody. And if
Yeah,
we start dressing all sequence jackets like that, they're gonna say, "Oh, that's the Crazy Pimps."
uh, that's the crazy
If
pimps. Yeah,
you start putting zoot
yeah.
suits on, oh, it's the Garcia brothers. You
Garcia
know what I
brothers.
mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
and right now, digan lo que digan. If a band starts putting on colored shoes with lights on, that's potente. I mean, that's it. And
yeah.
now we're taking it to another level,
That's
saying,
it.
well, if anybody starts to try to do a retro look like that, it's potente. Potente did that first. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? It doesn't
yeah,
necessarily. I understand the traditional people who used to see certain thing conjunto or tejano a certain way, and it's okay. But an image is important to
yeah.
hold, because
Oh yeah,
it's easily distinguishes you from anything else, and that's what Neto was saying. The good thing is, a lot of the muchos de los visuales que van a usar ustedes, nadie me los va a pedir, and nobody's going to steal them. And you're not going to see other bands using them, because ain't no way in hell they're going to use those backgrounds because they're 80s.
yeah,
So you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. But it seems to be. I mean, it seems what we're doing, man. It seems to be working up in the Monterrey area, Mexico area, man.
I think
Because
little by little, yes.
people, they're starting to talk about it and love it, man, up there. So, I mean, we're doing something
Well,
right up
they're
that way,
very
you know.
nostalgic, and that you know that. I mean, mira, Amel Tejano Day, nunca fue moda, siempre fiel. You know what I mean? So they are son fieles a los noventas, late 80s, early 90s, de esa época,
Yeah,
and they
yeah,
can embrace that because they like that music. So if they like the music, then obviously they remember everything from that time. And of course, you go,
yeah,
like we've talked about it with Neto. I said, when you go there and you start seeing everything retro, reminding you of your childhood or adolescent years,
yeah,
those are good memories for most people. They're good
yeah.
memories.
Your early 20s,
Hey,
bro, and late
when you
20s.
didn't have to pay the bills, when you didn't have to pay for the food, right, Johnny? Hey, the mama
Yeah,
and daddy
yeah,
did that for
yeah.
you.
Mom and daddy did that for you, man. And she recording, hey, putting the cassette. I like this song. Let me record it and put that piece of paper in that cassette and
Yeah,
record it.
yeah,
Push play and record.
exactly. So, you know, uh, I'm excited about this next year as we round out this year, and
Yeah,
we got a couple more shows. Get adios here in Mexico, and hopefully they're the first of many to come. Get adios primero, because I think we're just gonna be we're gonna grow into
yeah,
this image. It's slowly happening gig to gig, and I think that the audience are going to see it, and I think they're going to enjoy it, because it's going to be something that's going to be different, unique to us, and entertaining at the same time. So, like I said,
yeah,
I can't wait for the practice tomorrow so that we can get this one, and I mean get locked in, because it's going to be. I think that dance November 7th is going to be great with us, Macizo and Oro. I think it's going to be
Oro.
very similar to the Juan P, Tone, and us. I said it. The people were the winners, and I think it's going to be another show just like that.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a great show, man. I mean, I told my nephew, I was telling my nephew about it,
Yes,
Alex. He says, "God damn, that's gonna be a
it is.
badass show." He goes, "God, man," he goes, that is a show right there." And I said, "Yeah, man." I said, I think that's a good combination, man. Three, those three bands right there. That's a hell of a combination. I said, so I think it's gonna be
And
badass, man.
I think we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna do well. We do, Macizo. It's been quite a long time since they've been out that way, and we'll order rocks the house every time they're out there. So, I said, I think
Yeah,
the people are gonna be the winners, and you know how every band wants to do the best when you put three bands that are real good like that. Every band wants to do well. I mean, I want to do is the best we can, so that we don't get our asses dusted by Oro and Macizo. You know what I mean? Hey, at least they were Potente. Well, hey, they're the first band, but hey,
Yeah.
they held their own. And Macizo, same thing. I mean, you know what
Yeah.
you don't want to get outdone by
Mhm.
Oro or outdone by Potente. You want to hold your own. You know what I mean? And put on a great
Yeah.
show. That way, your fans say, well, you know what? Man, all the bands were great, and that's what was said on the 4th of July. I didn't
Yeah.
hear anybody saying this band was better than that band or nothing. All I heard was everybody
No.
enjoyed every single band, and that's when you know that you picked a great lineup and the bands did their job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he said, man. The people were the winners
Yes,
that
of
night.
course.
Porque they hell yeah, man, because they got three good bands, man, and hombre, estaba hasta la madre, bro, and they were dancing and singing and having a good old time with all three
And
bands,
that was
man.
one of the
So,
things that I was talking with Neto about with when we were talking about the Albert Zamora up and coming show
mhm.
in General.
October
The
11th, right?
October 11th, yes.
October 11th.
One of the things was it began in its beginning stages as the Tejano dance, and it turned into a mini Nortex, half Norteño, half
Nortex,
Tejano.
yeah.
And in a dance like that, you have losers. And Nortex is fine because you have loaded through a long period of
Mhm.
time, so it's not the same. But in a 4 or 5 hour, you know, dance, so to speak, I mean, the people that Tejanos that don't want to listen to Norteño, they're going to be disappointed with Norteños, and vice versa. You know, Norteños, they don't want to hear no goddamn
Yeah.
Tejano shit. Ah, brother, un vato que le
No.
gusta demasiado la música tejana, like my dad, you know what I mean? He don't give a shit about Albert
Yeah.
Zamora. Fuck, I don't want to hear this shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear that crap. I want to hear the
Yeah.
Norteño stuff. And then you got Tejanos.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear the Norteño crap. I came here to see Tejanos. They want to see all Tejanos. That's
Yeah.
in a dance atmosphere. And while yes, they're gonna pull in more people, but in my opinion,
Yeah.
they don't get the same. So I read one of the
Yeah.
comments. Oh, ya se volvió un mini Nortex. That's what one of the comments said, man.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
unbelievable, but it's true.
Yeah. The
Oh, the
comments will tell
comments
you
are
everything,
brutal.
bro.
I already told you the one on bumper with bass player.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, God damn, bro, calm down, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But no, man. If for some reason for tomorrow, like I was going back, I didn't mean to change
Yeah.
stuff, but if for some reason, let me know if Daniel gets a hold of you about the drum situation, and either way, I'll get him out in the morning.
Yeah, because
Have it
I mean,
prepared.
I would rather you don't have to bring them, but at the same time, the last thing we need is to end up here
Yeah.
with hardware and no toms and bass drum. That's the worst thing.
And or if I could, if anything, is because we're staying at the Embassy Suites, man. So I don't know where what I would hate to be carrying this shit
Hombre,
upstairs and
déjalos
all
ahí
that. You know,
acá Daniel, when you're headed out of town, go pick them up.
that's what was gonna I was gonna say. Maybe
Oh yeah,
yeah, maybe I'll talk
he'll
to
let you
Danielle
leave
and
them
just
there.
yeah, yeah, just
Mm-hmm.
leave them there.
And tell him what time you want to come by, roughly, to go pick them up. Shit, I agree with
Yeah,
you. I ain't gonna be taking them off at the thing. If shit, if I'm in corporate something, that shit done is. I promise
yeah,
you.
yeah. Because I'll have my hardware and everything, bro. I don't mind my hardware because I got that little
Mhm.
cart, so I can wheel that. But
Yes,
I'm just thinking about
I know that.
the shelves, man.
No, but leave
I
it
don't want
all
to leave
there.
that in the
Yeah, I mean,
truck
hell,
or nothing, man.
he'll let you back up.
Yeah,
He'll let you back up like towards his front door, and everything's right there in the living room. Just take it out.
yeah,
Well, we were
yeah,
missing
yeah.
our PIC. He was MIA today, but we held it down, Johnny. We held it down. I
Yeah, I
want to
hope
let
so.
everybody go ahead. No, yeah, it's all right. Well, in a couple of weeks he'll be on anyway. I want to let everybody
Yeah,
know that October 10th we're going to be having Veronica La Consentida. Mrs. Las Vegas herself is going to be on Puro Potente. So, mark it down in your calendars. If you're not doing anything Friday night, come and chill out with us and get to know a little bit about Veronica. She did a song here with Chente Barrera We'll listen to that and get her perspective on the Tejano music in Las Vegas. And then later on in the month, I believe it's the 21st. If I'm not mistaken, it's the 21st. I gotta look that up because I booked a couple of shows, Johnny. Uh, you there?
Yeah,
You there? Okay.
yeah.
Let me see here. 10th. I believe it's the 24th. I think I have uh Lucy Rodriguez. I want to make sure I get that right before I say that. I have it on my calendar
Primo,
here on my phone. I want to make sure that I have it right. Yes, Lucy Rodriguez. She's been singing. I just did a little homework on her earlier today. She's going to be on the show. We're going to be featuring a new song. It actually hasn't dropped yet. It
mhm.
drops here in a couple of days. Her new
Where,
single.
where's she from?
I want to say Houston. Not
Houston.
sure, but I got to make sure. Like I said, I just got her stuff today, and I started downloading some videos. But she's coming up, and I also have somebody else that I got booked, Christina Guerrero, Lydia Flores. I don't know anything about Flores, but I'm gonna look her up over here over the next few weeks, put a show together for her, and on the next episodes we'll know a little bit more about Lydia Flores, and of course in November. We will.
Hey,
I don't have anybody. I didn't book anything early November, Johnny. You know why? We're gonna be
hey,
playing, and when we come back, what? You
hey.
know, when we get
Speaking
back, what we're gonna do?
of speaking of Tejano, man, did you hear that new radio station that opened up in Houston?
I saw that you shared
One
that
106.1, man. They fine, dude. You remember Kakukuka, man? They've been gone for years, and
ever. Yeah.
and they finally launched the Tejano station, dude. And they
Who
said it,
who who
man.
who
It looked
who's
like
who's running it or what? Who's the owners?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I was on Facebook when they launched, and man, they're doing good, man. They're doing
Well,
good.
I
They
wish
were
them the
looking,
best because yeah,
yeah.
Houston needed a Tejano presence.
Yes,
You know what I
yes,
mean?
because hombre era puro. I mean, I got nothing against norteño, but man, you go to
No,
Houston, you put on the radio, that's all
that's
you
it.
had, nothing but norteño stations, nothing but norteño stations. And I mean, and
Saludos,
I like
Amel.
norteño. Saludos.
Johnny quiere su gorra roja y yo quiero la azul. Ya sabes, el día 7 de noviembre, llévalos al corral.
Yeah,
Y
yeah,
si agregas otros diseños, pues quizás nos cambiamos de mente o yo compro dos, no sé, todo depende. Si haces más,
yeah,
si me
yeah.
gustan, compro el azul y otro también. No te apures, esa noche te pago.
Hell
Right,
yeah,
Johnny?
hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Ya tenemos.
No, like I said, the Tejano presence over there, it's important in Houston to get it out there. And dude, I don't know, not just because we're back, but you're getting this trend. I mean, this Tejano trend seems to be picking
Yeah,
up some steam. If people could just jump
yeah,
on it, man, you know what I mean, uh, and ride it out, and don't shit the stick. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Let's put
It's
some good bands together. Let's put some good music out. Juan Carlos Espero. Okay, dice, ya dijo. Ya Carlos
yeah.
Espero. All
Yeah.
right. You better
I
believe
I
it.
think I think with that station, man, if it takes off, what I've been listening to it, man, a lot of people they've been getting good feedback. I think that the Hano market toward Houston is going to hit. It's going to boom up, man. Them Tejano bands and the Tejano dances are going to boom up and
I, I
all that. And
I'm
I think the
hoping,
people, the people were waiting for this, bro. I mean, a
I
lot of
think
people
so.
they've been talking about it and they were waiting for it, man. Because I mean, like I said, man, we go to Houston and we put on the radio. I mean, norteño. You never heard nothing Tejano, and I think it's a good thing for Houston, man. That's a big market right there, bro.
Sup,
Inez,
Inez?
saludos.
How's it up there in your neck of the woods, my brother? How is it? No, but it is good, man. Like I said, it's that time, and we're the as we approach our 50s, our demographic.
Okay, here we go.
Uh, this is the last this is the last push. You know what I mean? So whatever happens here now, and I'm not speaking solely for Potente. I'm speaking for Tejano music in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Those of us like the chamacos, putting together what they're doing. You got Oro doing what they're doing. You got a lot of bands, and it's opening doors bands or guys who used to play. It's giving them avenues to maybe, I'm not too old yet,
Yeah,
for another, a small portion of a career. You know what I mean? In this,
yeah.
and
I
with
mean,
with everybody's help, maybe this
like
can turn into something.
I give props to Tony Guerrero, La Sombra, man. Them dudes, they're
Yes.
building steam right now, bro. They're playing.
Hell yeah! I've
They're
been watching,
playing, and
keeping up with
you know,
everything that they're doing. Did you hear
yeah,
the song they put out with G5?
yeah, yeah,
Pepe Le Pew? Yeah, it
yeah,
was on my.
yeah.
Every time I get in the truck, it'd be playing.
Yeah, man, they're picking up steam, bro, and congratulations to them, man. They Tony, he was sick for a while there, man. He Last time I talked to him, he was in Goliad. We played, I
Yeah,
was playing, and he played, and he was telling me, we're talking about that he had like so many surgeries, bro, and he was right after that. I think that Monday he was gonna have shoulder surgery, and but man, props to him, bro. They're doing great, man. They're doing real
I
good right
know.
now.
Because I remember hearing them some years back when they were performing, and por falta de músicos, or I don't know, it wasn't the greatest product. But I
Yeah,
can tell you now, I've been keeping up with him. I've followed him,
yeah,
and they sound a lot better. Their energy is great. I've
yeah.
always loved the way they dress. I don't care if Tony is young or he's old. He just
He,
has style. To me, he has
yeah,
style. I like the way
he.
they dress. Purple, red, white. I love it, man.
I'll never forget, man. In Goliad when we jammed together, I just got off and they were coming up, and well, his son plays drums. His son was the one
Yes,
playing drum, and
Marco. Yeah.
well, I was down at the bottom, and they were on stage. They were jamming, dude, tearing it up, and I was there with talking to my dad and some other people, and then all of a sudden, man, I feel a tap on my shoulder. I turn around and it was Tony. He said, "Hey, bro, you come and play drums, man? We're gonna play Sapo." He said, "My son wants to sing it, and we're gonna do the dance moves." I'm like, "You sure?" "Yeah,
Are
man."
you
Hell yeah,
sure?
dude. Fuck yeah, that was an honor, bro. To go up there and play
Hell
Sapo, dude.
yeah, it is, bro.
Yeah, so man, I told her, "Hey man, how you wanna?" He goes, "Nah, man, just all right, dude. That's cool." So we took off, dude. See, my favorite part was
Badass, way,
my favorite part was
dude.
that bass player came. We know when they do that damn shit. I was seeing that
Hell
bass player
yeah,
was right
boy.
there, man. And
That's what
yeah,
I'm
dude, it was
talking about,
that
man.
was that was an honor, man. And just for
Hell
him to
yeah.
come
I
and
would
tap me,
shit. I
and
don't
not
give
turn
a
around, I
fuck.
said,
I
"What the
said,
hell?"
hell yeah, I'll play,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah, but nah, they put on a good show, and then they had Victoria. They had what's his name playing sax with them from Victoria, man. The one who used to have I forgot his name, man. He's from Albert Tiger Diaz. Albert Tiger Diaz.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, he was playing.
Inez says that he's gonna need. It's about time for him to get a jacket. He says everything is just fine and dandy over here. Well, that's good, man. Everything's fine and dandy because that means you're breathing and you're healthy. So that's a good day, Inez. Not just for you, but for us too. I got some good days, some bad days, but I try to make it work, right, Johnny? That's what we do over here.
That's what we do, buddy. That's what we do, man.
Yep. Well, I had a great time. It was a good, what do you call it? Just chit chatting. Like I said, our PIC was MIA today, but we'll have him back here in a couple of weeks, and we'll get to see him tomorrow. Maybe
Yeah,
we'll go live. So, estén pendientes de nuestras páginas. Johnny Rodriguez, Anthony Quintanilla, Potente. We might be going live for a little while. Just mandarle saludos a todos los fanáticos, y maybe we'll even just play a little bit while we practice so you can get an idea of what you gonna get when para los de Monterrey cuando vayan
I,
para que ya sepan
I,
cómo más o menos se va a oír.
I
Johnny,
don't know if Q's I don't know if Q's gonna let us allow that right there.
nah,
I
nah,
mean,
nah.
none of that.
Hey, a couple of minutes is fine, not the entire show. A couple of minutes during practice will be okay.
Yeah,
I don't
porque
think he's gonna have a problem with
ya me
that.
regañó Q. Tell Johnny, leave
He,
it alone.
Hey, well, on October 11th, when we play with Lucky Joe, you can't go live. I said, okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry. We won't go live. All
Ah,
right, Johnny,
bueno.
man. It was good to see you, brother. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll call you in the morning if I hear something about the drums, okay?
Okay. Ah, bueno.
Cuídate. Be careful on the road tomorrow, brother. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Saludos. We'll see y'all later.
Saludos a todos. Take care. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Verónica La Consentida. Nos vemos.